Good morning, everyone. It is morning where I live. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and on a Sunday, and I can't believe I'm doing this on a Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning. But I'm glad that I'm here, and I'm glad. Hold on, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm glad that I'm here, and I'm glad that um, I'm doing this. This is needed. This is so needed. This is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I know this is little odd for this page, Learning with Jasmine. It is an autism awareness um, platform. I am a mother of a child who has autism. I know this is a little weird, right? But where my vision is to definitely uh, get to the last Sunday. So every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. That's my goal. Every Sunday, 9 o'clock in the morning for this month, I will be talking about mental health. But yesterday I did a just an overview of mental health. But this time, starting today, something okay, um, from today and then the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th, every Sunday, I'm going to talk about some themes that can help you throughout the week. Okay, and so I'm looking for something. Okay. So I definitely want to jump in because this I am moment is like I'm going to be talking about certain things, but I'm also going to put in a story so you can understand where I'm coming from. Okay. So I was, sometimes I said a fifth grade, but my mother corrected me. It was fourth grade. So just a little FYI, I have dyslexia and I used to stutter like a lot. That speech delay kind of, trickled down to Jasmine. So anyway, moving forward. Well, I should say moving backwards, I should say. But for the story, I was in fourth grade and this one teacher decided that she was, it was best for her to say negative things about me. Okay. And when I say negative things about me, I'm not going to go into further details because you guys will get the gist. But I'm African American. And this one teacher, um, fourth grade lady, she was Caucasian. And she called me out of my race name. Okay. And I didn't, I never heard that word before that time. And I didn't know what that was, right? But the way that she said it was that I'm not beautiful, I'm not smart, I'm stupid, I would never be amount to anything, all those type of negative themes. And it wasn't based upon the race, or maybe it was, I don't know. But what I took it as is I took not the race card, but I took it as a personal thing. I took it as a personal thing that came along with maybe I'm not smart. Maybe I'm not beautiful. Maybe I will not amount to anything. Maybe. And I didn't tell my mother, I didn't tell my father until I was like 18, 19 years old. And my mom was like, what? But I took that as something that was directed to me. And I held on to that. My mother didn't understand because I never told her. But I literally, the very first time I heard um, a racial word was from my teacher. But then I took that as more like personal when it came down to maybe I'm not this. Maybe I'm not that. Maybe I will never be this. Maybe I will never be that. And it was fourth grade and fifth grade on, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. I could not do this. I would never be this. I will never do this. And then it took me until I turned 26 years old to believe in myself again. So I just wanted to say that really quickly, that words are so powerful. From the other person listening, it's like, oh my goodness, like they really think that's about me. And they really think that's something about me. And I guess I am that, right? But here's the thing, that when we believe, not only are we listening to the words that people are saying about us, and maybe I'm not this, maybe I'm not that, but then we change our perspective about ourselves. That's the part about mental health that I want to address. It's not the words that people may say, and you you can believe it or not, or bounce it back, right? Brush the shoulders off, keep moving. But it's the words that we say each and every day before anybody we even talk to. Like, even if it comes down to we have someone in the same room with us, right? It's the words that we say to ourselves that I want to empower you. I am as personal, not you, but I am. I am is very powerful, and I am will um, definitely make it a um, a way to have healthy, um, healthy mind, healthy mental health, right? And so I wanted to come on and really quickly, and I was literally just listening to this today, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. Okay. All right. So it is actually let me see you guys. Hold on. Trying to see now I can't find it. Okay, here it is. Okay. I'm about to say like, I just read it. Okay, so this is actually a spiritual book that I'm listening to on my phone, but I wanted to kind of dive into something really quickly. We once thought of the mind as an immutable thing. The brain you were born with and the way it worked or didn't were just how it was, no sense fretting over what can't be changed. We now know that the brain is constantly changing whether or not we intend for it to. With that in mind, and in hopes of discovering how we can break free from our spiraling thought patterns, I started studying the brain. I began to see a pattern at work in many of us. Our emotions were leading us to thoughts, and those thoughts were dictating our decisions, and our decisions were determining behaviors, and then the behaviors were shaping our relationships, all of which would take us back to either healthy or unhealthy thoughts. Round and round we go, spinning down, seemingly out of control, our lives becoming defined by this endless cycle. Depressing, unless there is a way to interrupt it. What if instead of spending our energy trying to fix the symptoms, we went to the root of the problem? The reality is that our emotions are a byproduct of the way we think. What's good about this news is that we can change our thinking. So, this was actually written in a spiritual book that I'm listening to on my phone called Get Out of Your Head. But I wanted to point into those things that comes along with that. And it's the brain. And we, have all these emotions, all these feelings, what we see, what we watch, what we listen to, all those things that comes along with that's in the brain or thought process. And so if the brain is so powerful, speaking it, I am, can disrupt anything that's negative. So, like I said, I was in fourth grade. The teacher told me I was stupid, told me I was not going to be anything, whatever I wanted to be, whatever the case may be, right? Didn't tell my parents, nobody to know. But my behavior then trickled down to everything negative. It did impact my relationships with family. It did impact relationships with, past boyfriends. It did impact the way that I interacted with other people. It did impact the way that I was doing my schoolwork. It did impact the way that I was doing, and I was doing everything possible to have her words be titled to me. But then just 1 minute, one moment, when I was 26 years old, telling me like, what? How old are you now? um, it just changed. It just changed. And everything that came along with what was negative then became powerful, became positive, became healthy. And so I want to challenge you this week to write on a piece of paper, on a sticky note, on a um, index card, to write on your phone, throughout the day, whatever. I am, and make it in a positive thing. Don't say I am not a good artist. Um, because I am not is a negative statement, you know? So I want you to think everything positive about yourself. Maybe you become a little bit silly, right? But over time, when you write it and you also read it back to you out loud, what's happening in your brain is going to process it. It's going to remind yourself, you know? And so I just wanted to encourage you today and this week that the very first thing that comes to healthy mental health is the thoughts that you put into yourself. I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am smart. I am whatever the case may be, right? And that way, that when someone tells you different, you don't disrespect them. You don't even have to even say anything except for thank you. Okay, moving on, right? Like, okay, all right. You don't have to even say anything, right? But then you feed back into that positive moment. I was literally watching, it's a really great movie, you guys. I highly recommend you watching it. I'm gonna go on Netflix really quickly and I'm going to promote it. Really, it's called, this is on Netflix, This Lady Called Life. And This Lady Called Life heard so much negative words from her mother. At the end of the movie, it's powerful. That's all I have to say. It's powerful. And I want you to watch it and I want you to tell me about it. Okay. Just got down like, wow, okay. It is an African movie, so they have the the words at the bottom if you know uh can't dialogue the the accent, but it's a really in the language, but it's definitely a great movie to watch. I highly recommend you watching a lot of African movies on Netflix. Big up to them. Um, but yeah, so it's definitely a way of controlling yourself when there is a positive words that you can say to yourself each and every day. And, just a little confirmation, a self-care moment that comes along with it. I do say, I am built for this. I am strong enough. I am going to make this. I'm going to make it. Those type of other words that comes down to not just the self, but the goal is so powerful that it can transform whatever it's gonna be. And I'm very spiritual, so it comes down to like this is what I'm it's gonna happen, in the precious name of Jesus. But if you're not, that is, I'm not trying to put you in this category. But whatever you think, so be it. So is he and she. Whatever you think in yourself, for yourself, it's going to happen. You're going to feel great today when you wake up in the morning. Oh my goodness, like my back was hurting. My back has always been hurting ever since the epidural. And I'm like, okay, my back is hurting. All right, so what I have to do, I have to exercise. So I have a little exercise thing that I put under my feet, and I put my legs up. I'm in my bed still, and I'm just exercising, and it works. Okay. And I'm like, oh, it's hurting me, but I'm strong. I can do this. And I'm saying that to myself. And over time, it gets easier and easier, and my back will stop hurting. Just FYI, just a little moment, right? So that's the thing about just having those moments. And I'm not writing it down when I'm exercising, but I'm saying to myself, because I have written it down, because I have memorized it. And so this is something that I really highly recommend you doing it. If you have not done it before, if you have done it, you can put it in a journal, whatever the case may be. You have done before, but you have stopped. Do it again. Do it again each and every day. Do something, say something about yourself, or say something to encourage yourself. And that way, when those moments of words or those moments of stress level, you can say, I got this. And say your name. I got this, Jaquise. I got this, Susan. I got this, Larry. I got this, whoever, right? And so those type of things that comes along with it's powerful, you guys. So I just want to encourage you guys this week to say I am, right? I am beautiful. I am handsome. I got this, Jaquise. I got this, you know, whatever the case may be, right? And so when it comes in a negative form, you can block it because you know and believe differently. You believe differently compared to what the words um, that you hear, or the words that have, or the situation has. Oh my goodness, it's hard. Yes, it's hard, but I can do this, and that's what it is. I am. All right. Hope this helps you guys. Have a great, awesome week.